Sometimes last year, when the Deputy President Rigathi Gachagua was moving from one village to the other, accompanied by his unemployed village friends, ordering ministers to employ them in government because they are entitled to it because they voted for William Ruto, we raised the red alert. And my position was clear. We are setting a wrong precedence. But I thought by then it was about Rigiji. However, that script was actually developed and modified, and it was designed by even the president himself, who has perfected the art of carrying development projects whenever he's going to attend a function, and especially the Sunday rallies. I've decided deliberately to remove the word prayer rallies. It's not prayer rallies, they're just political rallies. So I recently saw a newspaper article by, I think, Nation saying that prayer there, projects, prayer here, projects there. That has been that precedence we set. And whenever someone sees government official, people see an opportunity to ask for a job. And it's fine with that. In this channel, I also personally challenged the decision to scrap off Mtaani without a proper buffer program, because to what many people, maybe what UDA team never took cognizance of, is the fact that there were programs that were actually launched in the wake of COVID-19, literally not on the economic advisory, but it was on more of the intelligence advisory in terms of Kenyans, or rather the young people, their pockets were dry. However, because of politics of expediency, we successfully told the public that projects like Mtaani were launched so that people would vote in a particular line. Today, Kindiki was launching some ACC, Assistant County Commissioner Office in Kiambu, and they deliberately intentionally decided to get the views of the young people. And he was confronted with reality when the young people there were actually saying that give us programs. In fact, they were specific on Mtaani, as the government was trying to create an awareness on the issue of the drug and substance abuse in the region. And what he was confronted with is a demand from the population that before we have a very good conversation about drug and substance abuse that has created the spike in crime rate, then we did back Mtaani. Then people, when every youth that went to speak was asking for a job. Now I want you to listen to look at this brave girl here and how Kindiki responded.
Youths, they are unemployed. Unapata una move from this company to this company kutafuta job, and vacancies are not available. So what the only thing to do, utajipata maybe uende ukakue mkora, ama you go join your friends in drugs. Personally, I'm here to request for a job opportunity because tunafungua ofisi ya AC. The AC ako employed, sindio? Me personally nikikuja hapa nilikuwa nakuja kutafuta job. I have my papers here. Niko na diploma ya business administration na degree ya Bachelor of Science in Business Administration, procurement option. I will be thankful if you give me a chance to hand over my papers to you. Thank you.
Ngoja. Mzee kuja.
Na nimesikia wale walikuwa wanafanya, lakini sasa wengine wamekuja wakaanza kufanya job applications. Sasa nafikiri tutakuwa na utaratibu mwingine wa kutafutia kazi ya vijana wote, kwa sababu wote ni wetu, si ndio? hata ule hajapata nafasi ya kuongea, si pia ni kijana wa Kenya? So I think regional commissioner and the other teams, next time, let us make this about general problems. The specific problems, let us use other channels to support our young people. And I'm not saying wale wameomba kazi wamefanya vibaya. Ukiona waziri si lazima ujitetee. Kwa hivyo, but I'm just saying in future we need to moderate so that, because the needs are many and they will not be resolved one by one. They will be resolved through national programs. Na nimesikia mapendekezo ya vile tunaweza.
I want to applaud the craftiness of that young girl for taking that time and the courage to face Waziri on reality. But to the political leadership, that is bad news. Because what that lady did, or what happened in Kiambu, is just a representation of what is happening in this country. I am one person that is glad that while the president may be avoiding the direct contact with the young people, but whenever he is dispatching ministers and government officials to go to speak to the community or interact with the community, they collect a lot of briefs. And I know, because Kindiki is a man from the security hierarchy, of course in his presence there was a lot of intelligence collection, even by the chiefs and the different other officials that are planted there. That is a bad news to them. And within no time, government ministers, and remember, even in Nyandarua, when Gachagua was ordering Machogu to employ some fella there, whenever it is not normal, and it should not be normalized, that whenever government official goes out there and is interacting with the public, the discussion about job is there. And there is one thing in common. That lady is talking about, I did bachelor's, he has a degree and a diploma, and he doesn't have a job. We even have people who have masters and doesn't have a job. I think Kenya Kwanza team, not Kenya Kwanza, UDA team should be told that the jobless group, we have graduates who graduated last year, this year, and years to go. My own, I've been trying to speak. I have a WhatsApp group with my own classmates in college. Sorry to say, and not mentioning names, we graduated in 2017. To date, there are some of us there who could not even afford a house ya Nairobi ya mabati ya 2,500. Watu na fundraise ile wapate. That's how things are. So this is a message that the young people are looking for solutions. The sideshows are not going to solve the problems that are affecting this country. I'm making some observation there that I believe is part of the critical intelligence that the Ruto team should gather. It is showing the failure of the political leadership. I know you can say that's Kiambu, it's one case. Even if Waziri was to come, to go to my village of Masumi, he will experience the same thing. We have a gap somewhere. We have a gap somewhere. We are simply not getting it right. And the quick reversal of job creation programs like Mtaani is hurting the population, because it was done without a well thought out buffer programs. For example, now government is struggling with a new program to reduce drug and substance abuse. I don't know that's in Mount Kenya or the whole country. I said the first day I had, I think the second in command talking about reducing the number of bars in towns, or one bar per town. I was specific here that that is a behavioral. Alcoholism is is an addictive thing, and it's more of a behavior change. It needs more behavior change instead of policing. It's not about unleashing chiefs and police to go and arrest people who are doing this and that. That's not it. It needs more of a behavior change. Now, that behavior change, and I think that's what Wazir was trying to do there, to create some awareness. But they're saying people are into drugs because sometimes it's out of depression. Sometimes it's out of hopelessness. They're not seeing hope. So, but it's enough to have the poetic talk and to plan to everything. But there's some things that just needs to be done. Instead of planning how we're going to give people jobs, let's just return kazi mtaani or get something for these young people to do. 3. Ruto rebellion from the mountain will come because of the grand betrayal of the young people. I know that for our previous politics, it has been, the betrayal has been treated as Uhuru betrayed Ruto. But then Ruto himself went to the people, to the young people. If the young people will rise up and start asking questions, then that will be the most dangerous rebellion, because it is a rebellion of the population. You can never control the population. So, and that's why maybe they have to do something. So if the young people will be whipped and they can find an option in a young person, that will be the end of them. Now, the public hostility is building. I think someone should tell KK team that the public hostility is building. In some few months to come here, government officials will even fear going. Kama mtu anataka na kulodge project anaogopa, ataki kutuma hata waziri, anataka tu tuma huyu, because they believe when population says them, it's going to be give us this, give us that. So ladies and gentlemen, what do you see from it? That video, it is good. You can give some 1 or 2 people that are asking, but you can't give all of them. You listen to Waziri saying that, of course, not all of you can get. And government cannot be dishing jobs that way. It is a phenomena that is showing the extent of the problem. And that this is a national disaster. In fact, employment should be listed as a national disaster because it's what is sinking this country down. That's my take.